Hello, today we're here to explain why the Earth is a globe using star trails. What are star trails? Dun, dun, dun. Star trails are the apparent motion of stars in the night sky over time. We observe them moving in a clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere and the anti-clockwise or counterclockwise in the north. Now, it's time for some audience interaction. So take your finger, hook, or stump, and I want you to keep it below your eye line and move it in a southern hemisphere in a clockwise direction, like this. Now I flipped on my camera, so it might look like I'm going in anti-clockwise, but I'm going clockwise, and I want you to keep doing this, and I want you to raise it above your eye line, and you'll see you're now going in an anti-clockwise direction. Now, what this is simulating is a person in the northern hemisphere looking up towards the sky and seeing the star trails going in an anti-clockwise direction. And this way is a person in the southern hemisphere looking towards the sky and seeing them go in the clockwise direction. And this, which we haven't changed the direction at all, is the rotation of the Earth. So that's that explained. Well, yeah, the explanation of the evidence and observations that we see. Now, what the flat earthers say is that, well, they say a few things, but one thing that they say that's quite popular with them is that there's a dome and it's all about perspective. So what they're saying is, no matter if you're in one part of the earth, you'll see things going in a clockwise direction, and another part you'll see it in an anti-clockwise direction. But that doesn't make any sense, because if you take something that moves in a clockwise direction, let's say a clock, and transfix it onto a roof, where would you have to stand in that room to see it going in an anti-clockwise direction? So it doesn't work. Another thing they do is they've how do I explain this? They looked at traffic, and they looked at cars going in a left direction, and then they crossed the road, turned around, and it looked like the same cars were going in a right direction, and they said that left was clockwise and right was anti-clockwise. But that doesn't really make any sense, because clockwise, although it does go left at the start, kind of goes right and then back to the start. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, left, right. They're not the same. Finally, the last thing they do is they have this mantra that they repeat to themselves, which says, what's the exact quote? You can't tell the shape of the ground while looking at the sky. Every flat earther says this. Now, you'll have to excuse my art here, but if we take a paper and pen and we say we are here and we are looking towards the sky, I'm looking at stars. I'll bring this closer to the camera. That's the star. That's you looking at the star. That's you. Let's draw another person here, also looking at the sky at a star. And now we'll draw another person here, 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 here. This is not going to look like what I want it to look like, but anyway, something like that. You'll see that if we keep looking towards the sky, we can draw a circle without actually drawing a circle. I have something better here. You see, we have people around the world looking towards the sky from the ground. It's called negative space. So, something I want to warn you about with this mantra is that it's a form of propaganda and brainwashing. If you fall down a rabbit hole, you're going to cause damage to yourself, and the only people in that rabbit hole are people that fell down there. Thank you.